Newcastle caught that L. Chelsea caught that L. Tottenham caught that L. Arsenal drew 2-2, who knew, but for them that game was an L. Them man better dare not fail, cause we know it won't go down well, cause the ops gonna show them hell. Newcastle caught that L. Chelsea caught that L. Tottenham caught that L. Arsenal drew 2-2, who knew, but for them that game was an L. Them man better dare not fail, cause we know it won't go down well, cause the ops gonna show them hell. What? OT99 Banter. Yo, this is the OT99 Banter Room where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Manchester United back again, third position. It ain't where we belong, but for now it would do. You know, the balance is restored. We've toppled Newcastle. NK, it has been a long time. Where have you been, man? Where have you been?
I stopped watching my United, man. The season was done when we couldn't challenge for the league, man.
Bro,
it's pissing me off, man. Like,
are you serious? Did you really think? Was you really going for the league?
I'm not even going for the league, man. Like, you don't be getting trashed 7-0 by your rivals, man. Like, you just don't do that. Whether you challenge for the league, you just don't do that, man. And
yeah, of course.
I know that took a lot away from him. But anyway, we're here now, man. We're here now.
Look, Man United still got a lot to play for. You understand? We still got the FA Cup. You still got Europa League. Look, this week coming up is going to be brutal. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that side of things, I think today was a must win. And we got the job done. It was a professional job. It was a must win today. Obviously, we're going into this game with no Rafael Varane, no, all these injuries. No, what do you call it? Martinez is out for the season. Luke Shaw, the back line was looking crazy. And that was the defense that underpinned our season. Actually, those, like, if you're going to talk about our season, what it was based on, it was our defense. The pinnacle of it is our defense, including Casemiro. So it was always a bit nervous, but we got through this game, and I must say that, I'm happy about it. But look, what was your thoughts on having your boy Eriksen back, man, in a starting fold?
Yeah, I wasn't so much worried about the defense. I wasn't, because to me, if you got a midfield that can control games, you have less defending to do.
Facts.
And today, that was the case. We had less defending to do. Look, I mean, people who watch the game, they're not really going to see what Eriksen did on the pitch today. But today, he kept us ticking. He really kept us ticking. He kept moving the ball. He kept switching the ball. And that's what you need. We lack someone in that middle that does that. I mean, Bruno have stepped in to do it like time to time. But it's not his specialty, Today it was very good to have that person in there that the opponent know that he can hit them with his passing. He can like move them around, so they need to be a bit kind of like careful, man. And I ain't seen us be comfortable with a win in a very long time, because this was as comfortable as a game. Not just that too. We were creating some chances, We were creating some chances too, but not just Eriksen being back today too. I think Martial also being back too has been very kind of like crucial too.
I must say, I got nervous though with the set pieces, and that's just a thing that has been with Manchester United. There's a couple of times that the ball was just bouncing in the box, and watching it on your TV screens, you're not sure who's going to get on the end of it. But then outside of that, I think you're right. I think at 1-0, I was just hoping we got the second, because I didn't want what happened to Tottenham. I didn't want what happened to Arsenal. What happened to us against Sevilla happen again, where, there's a late equalizer. So I was happy that we sealed the deal. But there was a few moments in the set pieces. But outside of that, I feel like we controlled it. Like you said, I feel like having Eriksen back. Bruno, he has these games where he dictates the play, controls it. But I feel like his specialty is getting a ball, receiving it from deep, pinging a ball out where he plays in the deep line role. Whereas Eriksen can actually carry the ball, progress it, take his time, pick out a man, play those intricate passes. So look, I was happy about that. But you know what? When the game kicked off, NK, I was just like, damn, Maguire, man. Maguire again in the spotlight. He was at the end. It's by no means of his own doing, on the own goal against Sevilla today. He gets a yellow card early on in the game, but in the first 5-10 minutes. What was your thoughts when you saw Harry Maguire get booked, man, and he's up against a physical, quick striker like Antony?
I mean, naturally, you always worry for Maguire, because obviously one of the strengths is he don't have the pace. So if the game kind of like turn into that kind of like counter-attacking game, which we normally like do when it's end to end. You kind of worry for him. But as I said to you, after that, I felt like today we done very well in terms of like keeping the ball and limiting Nottingham Forest to like a few counter-attacking possibilities. It meant that our players didn't have to like make like silly tackles or just like get unnecessary kind of like yellow card. Even today, Casemiro, for example, like, he was more like a passenger today, not necessarily have to like do too much defending or too much tackling, because as I said to you, like there was someone next to him to kind of like help.
But he did do that slide tackle though, like, and I'm just he didn't need to do that, bro.
Today, I feel like he did look like someone who hasn't played football for a long time today. It was like, and today wasn't a game for him. Today wasn't a game for him. And I always say, like, when it's not a game where you have to be defending and tackling, what else can you offer the team? His passing was a bit suspect today. I've always, like, his forward passing was a bit kind of like suspect for me. But in games where we dominate the ball, I want to see more from him. But even today, overall, I just always feel like in terms of like us controlling the ball and being able to control the position, I think these three players were very key. Sancho was very key in terms of like recycling the ball. Antony is very good at recycling the ball too. Eriksen was doing it too. And obviously, Martial always coming deep to hold up play for us to help us. So these four guys, when they are in the team playing, it actually help us keep the ball, which means that less counter-attacking threat. So when that kind of happen, the defenders, yes, they're going to have a moment where they have to defend, but across 90 minutes, it's not a lot to like put them in danger of like doing like silly stuff. So I feel today how they played actually in the end did help Maguire, which in the end he had a decent game. He had a decent game.
You touched on Martial, right? And there was a time in the game, and this is so minor, right? And people won't even notice this. They won't even care about it. But there was a time where he was holding up the ball, protecting it. He just got a foul. He won us a foul. It gave us a bit of time to just compose, reorganize. And it's something that I miss. It's like a basic of a striker, like a number 9, like a target man, a hold up play. And I see him do that, and I'm just like, where the ball goes to him and it sticks, he controls it. And I'm just like, this is like, it's just those small things that I like. What I say with Martial, and I'm just like, bro, if you was just fit, like a little bit more, like if you were just present, what are the possibilities? Look, that goal that we scored, man, where he won the ball up high up the pitch, man. He laid it off. He done a 1-2 with Bruno. Do you know what I mean? And then Bruno, eventually, I think he passed it on to Bruno. Bruno passed it back to him. He lays it off to Antony. Antony slots it away.
He didn't lay it off. He actually missed it. The goalkeeper saved the chance. Yeah, well, he did shoot it, and then the goalkeeper saved it, and Antony just tapped it. But to today, one thing today to like since Martial came and even with this good game, like he's always gonna drop deep. And today, I kept on screaming like someone needs to be making the runs in behind. When you have a striker that want to drop deep and hold up the ball, when he's holding up the ball, where is the run in behind? Obviously, Dalot done it in the end to kind of like score it. But to me, look, against Seville, that first half, the way Sabista played that number 10 role has been like the best I've seen someone play that number 10 role under Ten Hag. Because when your striker drop deep, someone needs to be exploring that space left in behind. So today, I didn't see them do a lot, and I kept on screaming, exploit those spaces and you will get your goal. And then Dalot managed to kind of like do that in the end. But whoever played the number 10 role, they need to be taking advantage of the holder play that Martial does, because our wingers are naturally wide anyways. So someone needs to be taking advantage and you exploit those spaces, you scoring goals. Sabista done it, got 2 goals. Someone needs to be exploiting that. Like Bruno at times need to just worry too much, like less about creating the chances, because other people can create it for you, and just taking advantage of Martial dropping deep. Harry Kane does that and people just score goals. Just literally, when you see him have that chemistry, just running behind and go get the goals. Like if Martial is playing as a striker, whoever plays as the number 10, I expect them to be one of our top goal scorers, because that's what Martial does to you. And because if he's dropping deep and he's doing that and nobody is exploiting the space, then it makes people question him, like, why is he a striker not staying in the box? But naturally, someone needs to be taking advantage of that space so that what he does become beneficial to the team. Because people praise Harry Kane for doing that. But Martial don't seems to be getting it too much because people are not taking advantage of that. So you take advantage, then he become like a very key, valuable asset to the team. But as I said to you, it was good for him to come back to be doing that. I don't like him, but you know what? It was refreshing to have him back.
Bro, look, Martial, yeah, and this is why I can see those links, those strong links with Harry Kane. Look, first of all, I started off saying, you know, I want the Osimhen profile. I want that guy with the speed, the strength. He can score all type of goals. He's a quality centre forward. But then I look at Manchester United and I hear Ten Hag say it multiple times as well, even leading up to this game. He said when Martial is in a team, the team just plays better. And when I look at Osimhen and guys like that, I just feel like Manchester United would have to do a lot more to try and feed him the ball. Whereas Martial makes the team play better. He can not only score, but he can also put other guys through and go from dropping deep. And then I look at the whole links with Harry Kane, and I'm just like, you know what? I see Harry Kane dropping deep. I see him putting in balls for guys like Son. He's been doing it all season, all previous season. I'm just like, I can understand those links. And Manchester United, I feel like we're in a place where going into the summer, I don't know how many players, what the budget is looking like, but I feel like for us to accommodate someone like Osimhen, I feel like Manchester United is going to need to invest in other areas as well. I feel like we're gonna need a bit more consistent creativity to ensure that, you know, Osimhen and the likes of Rashford are being fed, because Rashford is not a feeder. He's a guy that likes getting fed. Osimhen, the same thing. So we really do need to compensate for those guys that are just waiting to get the ball.
I think it all depends on what kind of profile of midfielder that he brings. Because if you have midfielders that naturally keep the ball and then are able to progress the ball, you know, well enough into the boxes, and we are working the ball into the boxes, then that one is a very easy. But as I said, currently our midfielders don't do that. So if it's the case where he's going to buy another midfielder to the profiles that we have already here, where they're not going to be working the ball into the box as much, then you want to be getting like your guys like, what do you call it, Kane. But if you're going to go to the different route, then it's that. But whoever you bring in anyways, as I said to you, those running in behind is very key. Today, for example, you saw a different Antony today. You know, you saw a different Antony today. Like one of the best is his play today. He got a goal, taking people on two, but he was doing what I've always said. To me, I feel like he's a wide playmaker.
That wide ball playmaker into Delo when he cut through.
He was not just Delo too. He was slipping in some of the balls too to a lot of the players there. So with him, he see the run, he's gonna literally put the ball through. And you saw a bit of today how he likes to play. You know, get them runs. When he cuts in, he can either cross it, he can shoot it, or he can put in those kind of true balls. So it's all about just that. And as I said to you, today is probably like the first time, because you know the manager, there was a reason why he brought Eriksen inside. There was a reason why he brought certain players inside too. And today we kind of saw a little bit glimpse of that. I haven't seen the glimpse of the football team Hag is going to play in a very, very long time. So it shows you once you get certain players back, you kind of see it too. So
we missed that, bro, because this is what we had at the beginning of the season. I remember us commending the style of play. We were looking at rewinding certain 20 passes or the odd bits of play, and us fans were getting excited saying, Ten Hag ball. All of a sudden, our team has just not been able to get a consistent 11 that can stay fit throughout this season. Look, going into this game, we lost a bit as well after a brilliant performance. It's just like Man United are struggling to get that 11. And look, you've seen Antony getting, Erik Ten Hag keeping faith in your Antony. Antony's progressing. Look, over the last 3-4 games, I've enjoyed watching Antony. I know that Antony takes his shots, he curls it, he goes wide, etc. But what he's doing is adding that extra balance to Manchester United's right-hand side. Do you know what I mean? He's becoming more unpredictable. Like you said, him being able to cut in, shoot, pass, or cross that ball, is going to have players thinking. Previous games as well against Sevilla. Was it against Sevilla or Everton? I can't remember where he's gone on the outside. He's gone on the outside, bro. Cross it. Do you know what I mean?
I think for most part of the season, I don't think he's been fully fit. Because remember, right before we bought him, he was injured. They didn't have no preseason. He came on tour during the season, so I saw him at times having that kind of thing that they put on their legs and stuff like that too. Even last week, I think against Everton, I saw him put something to his back too. So the ice pack, something on the back. So I think he's a player that kind of playing for a lot of pain barrier, you know. So he hasn't been fit. Maybe now he's probably starting to kind of get fit because obviously he's used that, and the manager likes to like play him at times to kind of I think get his match fitness up. But we kind of like seeing as the season is about to kind of like end, he's starting to kind of like feel that maybe, and physically too. I think he's growing into the Premiership, understanding the Premiership more too. So that's why with him, like I wasn't so much like worried about him at the beginning of the season, because that one, I felt like the players in which he played next to them were key to him. Two, he just needed to kind of like get used to like the Premiership, So well done to him on today. I enjoyed watching him today. I really did. He's just like the Antony I love and support, our defender.
Look, Manchester United, that was our first away win. It's a significant win today. I know it's against Nottingham Forest, and I know that they're battling relegation, but Manchester United, look, this is our first away win in the league against a team, man. I think the last since February, and I think it was, I can't remember. I know we beat Nottingham Forest away, and I can't remember who the other team was, but it was since February, man. Like Manchester United, it was a significant win, and I think those players, the midfield, like I said, with the Casemiro being back, Eriksen being back, Bruno, all in that midfield is helped tremendously, and obviously Antony's getting a bit of stability now. And Martial having it in the team. I just feel like, it's giving us a bit more extra optimism going forward. But what's your thoughts though on so obviously Man United's third now. We've got a bit of daylight ahead of Newcastle, 3 points clear. We've got Sevilla, and then we've got, I think, Tottenham and Brighton and all of these games coming up. What's your thoughts, man, on the Sevilla game, first and foremost? Do you feel like they're going to their ground? What's your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like we're going to be okay over there. I'm not too worried about that. The first leg, we should have killed the game off. We didn't. My only concern about that game is Sabista. Because if he was playing, like my confidence level will be much more higher, because I know he will explore the space that Martial is going to play, because Bruno is suspended too. So I'm not sure who is going to play that 10 role, but I'm pretty sure Tim Hag will have something up his sleeve, because Bruno is not playing. Sabista to this injury, he might be out, and I'm not sure who he's going to put into
that the groin injury. So if he's talking about groin injury, I doubt it's going to be risked.
I think that's going to be key too, and also even the players dealing with the atmosphere, because look, as I said to you, Sevilla, like they are an European team. Forget about everything that's happening into what do you call it, their league, the tribe of European football. That's just them. Like they say, there's a confidence with their fans, with their players, that look, that cup belongs to us. Europa League is our history, so they're going to be extra pumped up. It's all about when we go there. To me, it's a mentality game. Yes, it's going to be a tactical game, but it's a mentality game. You go out there, you deal with the crowd, you deal with the atmosphere, you take away 3 points, because on the pitch, they're not a great team. They're not good. Just going to like deal with like the stuff that comes out. Once you're able to deal with that, I don't see why we shouldn't take them apart. But I don't know. To me, I think those guys there, Sancho, Martial, Eriksen, and maybe I'm forgetting another guy too, but and Antony, they're very crucial with us holding up play and actually like working the box a little bit, like to the box. Just someone just need to be in the box to be exploring it. So whoever played that 10, I hope it's someone who can get at the end of scoring goals, because I promise you that number 10 will probably score a goal on Thursday.
Probably see it being the likes of your Fred, Casemiro, and Eriksen. So probably Eriksen next to Casemiro, and then Fred number 10. Because Scott McTominay. Let me just check the list. Okay, so look, Garnacho's injured. Martinez is out for the season. Scott McTominay has some issues. He's not fit. And then you've got Rashford, who's obviously injured, but hopefully he can come back for that game.
I don't see Scott playing the 10, because he did try it and then it failed. So I don't see him just doing that.
Yeah, and he's not even fit. On bench, we had Pellistri, Elanga. We had 2 goalkeepers.
Pellistri might get a nod. The thing, I think with the 2, I think he will keep Casemiro and Eriksen as the 2 deep guys. I just don't know who's going to play as that 10. And to me, whoever plays there is going to be very, very...
Is it going to be Weghorst with Martial up top, and then Sancho on the left and Antony right?
Weghorst is not gonna explore the space that's gonna be left in behind. He don't have the space to do that. So I don't see him doing that. And if you have Martial who will do that, hold that play and be where Weghorst is, I don't think Weghorst will be the guy. I won't be surprised if Pelistri end up getting the nod. I won't be surprised getting a lot. But I don't see Eriksen playing as the 10. I really don't. But it's Tim Hag. He's gonna come. He's gonna come with something, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if Rashford is ready, then maybe Sancho kind of like get in there. But right now, that is a bit that I'm thinking who's gonna play that 10 role. Because to me, that's gonna be very crucial, man. Because as to say, whoever played that 10 role, I see them getting a goal or two. Because the way we were playing against Seville, that space was left in behind there for someone to explore it. Someone just needs to make that in behind right, and they gain a goal.
Look, this is going to be an interesting week, like I said, man. So Sevilla, then we've got FA Cup, man. We've got the FA Cup, man. Semi-final against Brighton. Then after that, it's Tottenham, and then Aston Villa, who just spanked Newcastle.
What Brighton is playing, like it's some scary stuff, man. It's some scary stuff. Yeah.
Away from
yesterday, I was watching the Man United women's team because they were in the FA Cup semi-final too. And surprise, they were playing Brighton. Good game of football. we ended up winning like 3-2. So I'm hoping it's the same. And come May, we have like 2 teams in the FA Cup final. So our women's team will be in the FA Cup final, and the men's team will be in the FA Cup final. Because as things are looking at, City, we might have to like stop them from the FA Cup for them doing that treble, man. We might have to. The good thing is it's in our hand to like stop them, you know. So hopefully we there in the finals. Trying to like stop them.
It's hard to beat City and with your strongest team, let alone having a team that's depleted.
But it's, as I said to you, it's all about the motivation. I think as fans, we do too much fighting. We're fighting our rivals. We are here trying to fight so that Arsenal don't win it. We've done too much fighting. I think it's time that the players do some fighting for us and just stop City from getting that treble. So if they want to keep history. If they want to keep history, they want to save us. Like, we haven't won the Premiership for a very long time. We haven't won the Championship for a very long time. And, you know, sometimes one of the things that you get going is the bragging right. And one thing that we brag right is our treble. Like, no team in the Premiership have ever done that. So we would like to hold on to that. Yeah, the road treble. We would like to hold on to that. So it'll be great if they do that for us.
It was your man of the match, NK, man.
No doubt, man. My guy, Antony, man, all day long. I told you about the guy's gonna count. You know, so I ain't seeing nothing, man. People out here paying 100 million for that Chelsea guy. He ain't doing nothing. He don't do what Antony's doing. And Antony don't give assists. Antony don't give assists. Antony is a goal scorer. How many
goals has he got? How many goals has Antony got? That's a good question, because I swear he was on like, last time I checked, I swear he was on like maybe 6 or something like that. I know he's probably got more now. Let's see in all competitions and then how much he's in the league. Oh
no, I think he got goals. He got goals.
In all competitions, Antony's got 9 goals, bro. He's got 3 in the league. Fair enough, innit? But in all competitions, he's got 9 goals and he's got 3 assists.
Yeah, but he doesn't have assists in the Premiership, and that's what rival fans will bring it out. But he's scoring goals. As I said to you, we go to London. There are certain guys that cost so much money that ain't doing nothing. Wearing blue colors, you know. No. Antony's not a flop. Guys, doing what he needs to do.
Tell a lie. I'm including area of his the Dutch league. I mean, I'm including that in that. So if I remove that, if I maybe remove 2 goals, he's on 7 goals in all competitions. So which again and 1 assist.
He will get double figures for Man United. I got no doubt. He'll get double figures. Don't worry about that. He'll get double figures. He's coming to FA Cup, so semi-finals and finals. So yeah.
Look, I must say though, I think my man of the match is true. It's Antony, man. Bruno played a good game today. Eriksen played a good game today. Martial as well. But I feel like Antony, man, he's providing more. He's been more unpredictable. Like I said, he was pivotal in that second goal. And I feel like Antony, man, over the course of the last 3-4 games, like I said, he's up the levels a bit. And I feel like maybe he's doing personal training. He's working on stuff. Erik ten Hag is in his ear. Is physically, like you said, becoming a bit more robust. So look, Antony, man, long may it continue, man. We need all of that smoke. So Manchester United are moving onwards and upwards, bro. But are you going to be around for Sevilla, bro?
Yeah, I should do. Let's see how the game goes, man. The game goes. Yeah, the game goes.
Remember
we're
to
in the business, man. In the business, busy. So we're in the business end of the season, so we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully we get another trophy because things are getting hot in North London. It is getting hot in North London. It's been a great weekend of football.
It's great, bro.
Great weekend
Chelsea,
of football, man.
L, Tottenham, L, Arsenal, drop points. Newcastle, L, A.
Has Liverpool played yet?
Tomorrow.
Oh, they're gonna lose anyway, man. So
Leeds. Look, this was like a 6-pointer, like for us, and I feel like it was just perfect. Like it's the best weekend for us. So look, we go, man. We go with full confidence, man. We go with full confidence.
Right now, we're 6 points off Tottenham, correct?
Yeah. And we've played one less game. We've played
no. We play the same game now. Play same game as them.
We played the same.
Yeah, I think we got same games as them.
No. Tottenham's played 31. We've played 30. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and we're 6 points clear of them.
Oh yeah, top 4 should be in the back. Worst case scenario, get 4th place. But even though I will not be happy with 4th place if Newcastle pin pass, because Newcastle should not be on top of us. But
yeah, it's Newcastle, isn't it? Let's see their fixtures. So they got Tottenham at home. Newcastle's at home.
Oh yeah, they're playing Tottenham. So I think a win for Newcastle will probably be a good thing. Then if Newcastle win, then we can probably like count Tottenham out of it. You win it, and then because 9 points gap with about 8 games to go.
You're guaranteed top 4.
Yeah, then you can kind of like guaranteed top 4. You know,
it's a good game. That's a good game because it will give us a little more wiggle room as well.
Yeah. Who we go anyway?
So Man United's got Sevilla, and then we've got Brighton in the FA Cup, and then we've got Tottenham.
Okay.
So that's another game where we can just hopefully get guys.
Well, I've come down now, so I'll be coming on OT. My boys are back anyway. Ericsson is back.
Come on.
We're gonna start playing team hand football, and none of this long ball wolfing stuff that Bruno been doing, man. So yeah.
Jeez, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts, the match predictions against Sevilla. Let us know what you think, man. Who was your man of the match as well, man? Do you prefer Sabi or do you prefer Ericsson partnering Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, man? Look, I think I like Ericsson. I think he provides that stability. But let me know your thoughts, man. Until next time, peace.